After years and years of selling and coaching on Etsy, I can tell you with absolute confidence that this is the #1 Etsy ads killer. It's not what you think, and I'm going to help you calculate exactly if your ads are actually being demolished by a metric that you don't know right now for every single one of your products. So before we jump into it, definitely grab a free call in the description below if you would like help one-on-one in your store. I've helped hundreds, if not thousands, of Etsy sellers reach 6 and 7 figures and beyond. And I would love for you to be the next person. It's a free 10-minute call. We'll talk about your store, what I see in it, the potential, how we can work together in the program, and we'll go from there. It's not a group. It's not anything like that. It's just you and me growing your store. Grab the free Etsy Ads cheat sheet as well in the description, and check out the AddToCartSEO app. It's a brand new app I just launched, helps you do your titles and tags, does all the keyword research for you, as well as helps you with your Etsy ads. It's extremely affordable, less than a cup of coffee per month, and it will save you literally thousands of dollars. So let's jump into it. What is the Etsy Ads #1 killer? Through settings, confusion, budget choices, and general unpredictability from the Etsy Ads algorithm, there is one main issue. It is your target CPA. Now, what is that? What is that, you ask? Some call it cost per acquisition. On other platforms, depending on who you're talking to, cost per sale or cost per purchase. I like to call it cost per sale or cost per purchase. That's what makes the most sense in my mind. It's single-handedly the most overlooked metric on the Etsy Ads platform. If you don't understand what it is, then you're going to lose money. And there's so many different things we can get confused with Etsy Ads. Your daily budget, which listings to advertise in the first place, how much to advertise, when to turn things off, all this kind of stuff. And I'm going to make it abundantly clear for you today. This is going to actually save you a ton of money. So what is it? It is how much money you are willing to spend on ads to get one sale and profit, okay? It's after all of your costs, all of your fees, all of your shipping. You have your profit from an organic sale, then you can spend money to get a sale from that amount. Many people see more revenue than spend in the 2 columns and assume everything is okay. All right, that's far from the truth. That is very far from the truth. Let me show you why. I'm going to show you exactly why with the math. So you can absolutely do this calculation on your own. You don't need what I'm about to show you to do it, but this makes it extremely helpful. So let's jump into my app here, AddToCartSEO. The link is in the description, and you can actually run this generator once per day for free. So you don't need to pay for it to use this. You just can only use it once, but I would love to have you as a paid user. It helps you do your titles and tags as well. Anyway, let's jump into it. So item price, let's just say that it's $50. Let's say that it costs you $19.42. And let's say you're making them pay for everything. So, I did a video recently about, the shipping costs, the algorithm favoriting or prioritizing sellers with shipping under $6. So let's say you decided to bake it in to your final cost, and you have a $50 item cost now, but it still costs you $19.42. We'll go easy on this. We'll go $16.03. All right. And they're paying shipping, and you're in the USA. I have the other main countries. And we can have the fee details here as well for each country. Let's say you're in Australia, it'll add everything in for you, like regulatory fees, stuff like that. If you're in a different country, I'm going to go with USA for today. That's where I'm at. I'm going to hit calculate my numbers, and it's going to show you how much you actually profit with what you told the calculator. Your price is $50, your cost is $16.03, and you're paying $0 in shipping because you're passing it on to the customer. Here's all your fees breakdown: your transaction fee, your processing fee, and your listing fee. Now, listing fee is always going to be in USD, no matter what country you're in. They convert it to your currency. Don't ask me why they do that. They just do that for whatever reason. It's always 20 cents USD. So you're technically profiting $28.77 after all your costs. That's your actual profit. Now let's talk about Etsy ads. Now that we got that out of the way, now we can actually calculate our Etsy ads. Now, this is something that really helps people. It's the $1 profit rule. I use this with my students in my mentorship program to help anchor their mind and help them understand how much wiggle room they actually have. So it's a very raw example, by the way. It's not like how much you actually want to spend. Because your organic profit without ads in this instance, it's $28.77. If you spend $27.77, you profit $1. So you can spend up to $27 to profit $1 if you're actually profiting 28, right? If that makes sense, if that doesn't make sense, just pause it and read that over. But the further below $27.77 cost per purchase, the more you profit. So you can spend up to $27.77, make one sale, and technically profit $1. I hope that helps anchor your mind. So there's two calculators you want to spend some time on here. Let's say you want to profit $5 minimum per sale. You put that right here, and it tells you how much you can spend to get that and the ROAS that it needs to say. It's not going to say cost per purchase in the Etsy Ads dashboard, but it will say ROAS. So that's where this is extremely handy for the front end of things. If you know what your cost per purchase is, that's great. But if you're in Etsy Ads dashboard, you need to know what the ROAS is to actually turn things off or keep it going, right? Yes. So the required ROAS to profit $5 is 2.10. Let's say we want to profit $10, right? It's a pretty minimum amount, especially if our product is $50. It's kind of crazy how the fees and everything take this out. And at the end of the day, a lot of people see higher revenue than spend and think they're okay. Wrong. So let's say you want to profit $10. You need a 2.66 ROAS. Let's say you want to profit $15, 3.6 ROAS. So as you can see, it really is a very important thing that you understand these numbers. And I laid this all out so you can make it very, very clear and save yourself thousands of dollars each year. And I'll show you why in the next calculator. So cost per purchase calculator, because you already have all your numbers in this instance, the $50 product with the $16 cost that they're paying all the shipping for, $5 in fees, we're profiting $28.77. So I'm going to make up some numbers for ad spend and revenue. But let's say the ad spend is, let's say it's 100, let's say it's 117, because I'll go into student stores all the time and see higher revenue than ad spend, but they're losing a ton of money because they don't know their cost per purchase or how much they're actually profiting. So it's one of the reasons why I made this app is it's because you might be losing a lot of money but not realize it. So let's say the ad revenue is let's say what, 250. Let's say that's like a big difference, right? And let's say you have 4 orders from that. So you're like, oh, cool, we're doing good. Awesome. If you've seen that in your Etsy Ads dashboard, you would think you're doing good. Let's see if we're actually doing good. So your actual cost per purchase with those numbers is $29. You're paying $29 to get one sale. And you're paying $29 to lose 48 cents per order. So that's not fun. That's not fun. You can, if you want, you can say, well, it's doing good organically, so I'm going to keep it. Either way, that's really cutting into your profit, and you might want to rethink the titles and tags of that listing on a new listing, on a duplicate, because that listing, this specific hypothetical listing, its titles, its tags, its photo, all that, it requires $29 in ad spend to get one sale. That's not good. So this is a great tool for if you have ads rolling. And even if you don't. So in other words, if let's say you don't have any orders from this hypothetical, you know that you need to spend $18 right here to profit $10. Let's say you're like, you actually are okay with profiting $5. That means if you see spend go over $23.77 with no sales, you should turn that off. Obviously, I would pray that you're a more reasonable person and you would turn it off before it says 0 sales and it's spent over $20 for a $50 product, but you never know. And sometimes things run away on you. They completely run away on you. And when they do, this calculator is going to save your behind. So definitely check it out. The link is in the description. And this is why that is the number one Etsy Ads killer. Your cost per purchase, not knowing it, that's the number one Etsy Ads killer. Regardless of if you try my app or not. that's the number one killer. And you have to calculate that. So definitely book a free call in the description below. I can help you scale your ads, scale your business. Try the app, as well as grab the free Etsy Ads cheat sheet in the description below. I hope you have a beautiful day.